A score of 6-2 could not make it through the fifth. The pitch to Young. May go for extra bases. Over to cut it off Cotto. It gets by him, however, and finally it'll be picked up by right fielder Darnell Coles, and around to third base with a triple is Robin Yount. And the 2-2 pitch on the way, and it swung on, and a ground ball hit fair down the right field line. That's going to go for extra bases, so Yount will score. Sheffield on his way for two. Coles sticks it out of the corner. Sheffield will hold with a stand-up double. Milwaukee leading it 1-0. Here's the 2-2 pitch, and the fastball swung on and blooped into right field. That's got a chance to drop. It will drop for a base hit. So here comes Sheffield. He will score. And down to third base goes Rob Deere, and it is 2-0 Milwaukee.
One stretch of the pitch on the way. Runner goes swing, and a well-hit ball. Back she goes. Goodbye, baseball. This one is way out to left center field by Glenn Braggs, his 8th home run of the year. And the Brewers now lead 4-0.
Now the southpaw is set. And the 2-2 on the way to Presley. And Jimmy sends a line drive base hit down the right field line toward the corner. Mickey Brantley around second on his way for third. Rob Deere up with the ball, having a little problem. They're going to lay Brantley in. Throw to the cutoff man. There's nobody there. Presley heading for third. The throw to third. It gets by the third baseman, Paul Molitor. Here comes Presley. He is going to score. And it is a 4-2 ball game. Oh, my. Jimmy Presley, a double into right field. Rob Deere had a problem with it. They threw him to the cutoff man. Engel was over at first base. Preston was dead meat between second and third, but the throw bounces away from Molitor, and Presley touches them all.
Jimmy Presley going the other way for the extra base hit. Give Jimmy a double and a run batted in. Brantley scores. One reason why, the throw by the right fielder, Rob Deere, over the top of the cutoff man, between the cutoff man, Polidor, the second baseman, and the first baseman, Dave Engel.
They are playing back. And the 0-1 pitch to AD. Swung on a fly ball. That'll do the job. The deep center field, and Robin Yount is there to make the catch. Reynolds tags at third. He'll come in to score, and it is 4-3 Milwaukee. Alvin Davis with a sacrifice fly and his 28th RBI of the year.
Good to start. Work on a few things. He went 5 innings of shutout ball and gave up only 3 hits. Fastball swung on and well hit right center field. Robin Yount going back. It's on the track and off the wall. Extra bases for Darnell Coles. DC in at second, standing up with a leadoff double, and the Mariners right away will have the tying run on in scoring position with nobody out here in the 6th inning. His 11th run batted in this year, and he's got the tying run 90 feet away. Wegman, the set and the pitch. Swung on, soft liner, base hit into right field. That's going to score Coles, and this ball game is tied 4-4. Jimmy Presley going the other way with a soft single into right field to pick up his 2nd RBI of the ball game, and Darnell Coles scores easily from third base.
Again, a peek over Darnell. Here comes the 1-0 pitch on the way to Griffey, and it swung on, and a high fly ball hit to deep right center field. Deere to the track. He's to the wall. Fly away! Ken Griffey Jr. a pinch hit home run, and the Mariners lead it by a score of 6-4. My, oh boy! The kid has done it one more time.
Ken Griffey Jr. with his 4th home run of the 1989 season. And the fans giving the kid a standing ovation as the Mariners have taken the lead for the first time in the ball game. here in the bottom of the 8th inning.
He went down and got a sinker and hit it way over the right center field wall. Yount and Deere looked up. It was history. So the Mariners leading at 6-4. Everybody is up here at the Kingdome wanting the kid to come out for a bow, and he does.
It's been unbelievable since day one.
1-1 on the way to Spires now, and the slider swung on, hard ground ball fair down the right field line, hits the front of the mound down there, goes into the corner. Spires on his way for extra bases. It's dug out by Coles, and Bill Spires in a pinch delivers a double, leading off the 9th inning for Milwaukee. Here comes the 0-2 on the way to Sheffield, and this time it's a slider swung on, ground ball hit to Presley, backhanded in fair territory, throw to first on a hop. It is in time to get him, and down to third goes Robin Yount.
Going on between Rob Deere and home plate umpire Tim Walke. Walke said it was right at the belt, and Deere thought it was too high.
And the fans are up on their feet here at the Kingdome, looking for the final out as Cooler, the stretch. The 2-2 pitch on the way. Slider swung on and missed, and it's over. A great breaking ball, and the Mariners prevail 6-5. And the M's have won 3 in a row and are 3 games over 500 at 21-18. 1 run for Milwaukee in the 9th on 2 hits. No errors, and the tying run is left 90 feet away. What a game. The Mariners win it 6-5. We'll have the totals right after this timeout. In the 8th inning to Jimmy Presley, and that was it. The pitch to Molitor swung on and hammered to deep center field. Griffey going back, away back, and this will fly away. Paul Molitor on the 3rd pitch of the ball game takes a fastball 410 feet over the dead center field fence. Sander is ready, and the 2-2 pitch on the way, and it swung on and a ground ball hit to Presley. It takes him to... One hitter. Here comes the stretch. And the 1-0 on the way to Alvin. There goes Cotto. The pitch is outside. Throw through is not in time to get Henry Cotto. He has his 4th stolen base. He is 0-6. And the pitch. Swung on, ground ball right back off the glove of the pitcher. Burkbeck chases it down quickly. No throw to first. Everybody is straight. Coming in to score Cotto. We are tied at 1. Set. And the 1-0 pitch on the way to Darnell Coles. This time it's a fastball swung on, line drive, base hit left field. Here comes Alvin. Here comes the Hackman around 3rd. Up with the ball is Braggs. He'll lob it into 2nd. The Mariners lead it 3-1. Darnell Coles a screaming line drive into left to pick up his 16th and 17th RBIs of the year. Well, that was a bullet. Stretch by Scotty Bankhead. The pitch on the way to Francona. Swung on and a high fly ball. Hits a deep right field. Back on the ball is Coles. He's back to the track. He's back to the wall. Fly away. Terry Francona with his 1st home run of the year.
Down at 3rd, Deere on at 1st. One away. The pitch to Gantner. Swung on. Line drive right center field. That's going to drop in. A base hit. This one will go all the way to the warning track. It's backhanded by Griffey. Scoring is Yount. Here comes Deere on at 3rd. He's going to score. In at 2nd, a 2-run double, Jimmy Gantner. And the Brewers now lead 5-3. Griffey shaded way over to left center field. Pitch on the way. Swinging a ground ball. Base hit up the middle into center field. Here comes Gantner rounding third. Griffey up with the ball. The throw to second. Gantner will score. The Brewers now have a 6-3 lead. Bat pitch on the way. Swung on. Fly ball left field. Henry Cano drifting back. He's there and he makes the catch. Tagging at third and scoring is Glenn Braggs. A throw.
Back ready. The 2-1 pitch to Darnell Coles now. And the fastball lined into center field for a base hit. Here comes Alvin Davis. He'll score. Griffey heading to third. It is a 7-4 ball game as Darnell blisters one into center field for his 18th RBI of the year.
Out 7-4 Milwaukee, top of the sixth inning. The pitch swung on, hit high in the air and deep to left field. Cano going back. Goodbye baseball. A 2-run home run down the left field line by Charlie O'Brien. Winning streak. Cochran with a new bat at the plate. Count is full 3-2. Nobody on, nobody out. Bottom of the sixth. Grimm the wind and the right-hander's pitch. Swung on and a fly ball deep into right field. Back she goes. Goodbye baseball. Dave Cochran with his first home run as a Mariner. And it's now the Brewers 9 and the Mariners 5. Dave Cochran from the left side of the plate with a blast off of Chuck Grimm to right field. And for Dave Cochran, his second home run in the major leagues. He was up a few years ago with the Chicago White Sox in 1986, and in 19 games he had one.
To Alvin Davis now. This time it's a fastball rammed back up the middle into center field for a base hit. So here comes Cochran. He's going to score. The throw by Yount is cut off by Plesac. And all of a sudden it's a 9-6 ball game as Alvin Davis is 3 for 4. Peter Barnes to Nashville. The 1-2 pitch, there goes Brantley, and the pitch is low and inside, throw through by Surhoff, not in time. Mickey Brantley with a head first slide and his second steal of the year. Now Swifty is set. Here comes the 2-0 on the way to Surhoff, and it's swung on a ground ball hit to Reynolds. He'll underhand flip to Cochran. His throw to first, double play. When it works, it works. And that sinker works to a T. The double play that gets Swift out of a jam here in the second.
Four batters in the second. He's got 2 on here in the third. Pitch on the way. Swinging a slow roller out to the shortstop. Cochran underhands the Reynolds for the force at second on Spires for the out there. No relay to first. And on the play, Francona will score from third. The Brewers lead 1-0. One nothing Milwaukee. The pitch, swinging a ground ball into the hole, backhanded by Cochran. The throw to second in time to get the out. The force on Molitor. Second chance to tie it up right here with a base hit. The stretch and a 1-1 pitch swung on. Well hit ball to right field by Alvin Davis. Back goes Deere. Goodbye baseball. A 3-run home run by Alvin Davis. And the Mariners take a 3-1 lead over the Brewers here in the third. For Alvin, home run number 5.
He tried to sneak a fastball by him with a count 1-1, and Alvin sitting right on top of it as Rob Deere just turned around, hoped that it would come off the top of the wall, but it was way over the wall. So Alvin Davis has number 5. RBIs 30, 31, and 32, which ties him with Julio Franco of Texas for the RBI lead in the American League.
Alvin Davis wipes them clean here in the bottom of the third.
Stretch. And the pitch on the way to BJ. Swung on and popped up into shallow right center field. Coming up and under is Ken Griffey Jr. Tagging at third is Gantner. Here comes Gantner. Here is Griffey's throw offline up the first baseline, and it's 3-2. Sacrifice fly by BJ Surhoff. And down to second on the throw goes Glenn Bragg. And the right-handers look back. The pitch on the way to Harold, and the fastball swung on, line drive, fair down the right field line. Here comes Presley around third. He's going to score. Valley to third base, dug out by Deere. They're going to hold Valley at third on a double by Harold Reynolds, and the Mariners lead it 4-2. Harold Reynolds with his 17th RBI, and he picked on the first pitch. In the stretch. And the 0-1 pitch on the way to Jeffrey Leonard, and down in the dirt it bounces away from Surhoff. Here comes Valley. He's going to score to make it 5-2. Here comes Reynolds, and Reynolds is going to score to make it 6-2. And down the third base goes Alvin Davis. My, oh my! Two-run score on a wild pitch by Mark Knudsen, and Reynolds scores all the way from second base. Knudsen from his stretch. The 1-1 pitch on the way to Hack, and it's low and outside, and that gets away from BJ. Here comes Alvin, and the throw to the plate is not in time. The tag was high. The Mariners lead it 7-2. It appears the tag had beaten Alvin, but the tag was high, and Alvin slid under the tag.
Right here coming up for Darnell. The stretch and the 3-1. Fastball swung on and a well hit ball left center field. Yount over, can't get to it. On the one, he track it off the wall. Alvin Davis will score. Right behind him, Kenny Griffey. The throw to the plate. Griffey scores standing up. In its second with a 2-run double. Darnell Coles, and the Mariners have a 9-2 lead over Milwaukee.
The 1-0 on the way, and it swung on and lined into center field. That's going to drop for a base hit, so everybody will move up 90 feet. Run comes in to score and make it a 9-3 ball game as Sheffield hits a line drive into center. And the pitch to him, swung on, line drive, center field. That's a base hit. So in to score Robin Yount, and down to second base goes Gary Sheffield, and all of a sudden it gets a tad interesting.